just checked in. I'm so sorry it's so loud. I'm just gonna go through the security now. I only had one bag and I thought I should maybe just take it with me. I mean, I've got a backpack as well, but then I had to open it and like, you know, I read what it says online, but I always feel like, oh, maybe it's not the right, like maybe I can't actually take the things even though I read exactly what I can take. Also, where the heck is it? There's a security check. Oh, you got it. Okay, I'm just through security. What always makes me laugh is the luggage shops, because I always think who's still buying a suitcase once they're inside. But I don't know, maybe people do actually do real shopping when they get in. It's nearly midnight, but I think I'm gonna get a snack. But I don't know what. There was a girl just now who ordered, well, she was ordering her food, and I think it took a little while. I think it took like 20 minutes for us to get our food, and she was like, oh, like my boarding time is right now. And I'm just thinking, who orders food an hour before, I mean, who orders food like 20 minutes before boarding? I just think it's so crazy how wearing masks indoors is just now the norm, because I feel like you could never imagine it for any countries outside of the, what are they called, East Asians, because I feel like East Asians are always very used to wearing masks all the time, but now it's just so strange to see that it's the norm. It just took me so long to get my one baggage, which is this tiny suitcase, which actually fits on the non-checked in bag. So I do regret not just holding it because I was being lazy. Note to self for next time. Hi, I've just checked into my hotel room and it's only 10 a.m. so I'm so happy because on the website it said that the check-in is at 3 p.m. But I told them I was coming early and the guy said he upgraded me, so that's pretty nice. I mean, the bed seems like bigger than the double, which is what I think I booked. I'm just so happy that I could, because I thought I would have to just roam around the streets until like 3 p.m. because I landed at like 6:30 a.m. and now I feel like I can have a little break and then, I don't know, get some food. Okay, on to the room tour. So we have this very large double bed, which might be a king size bed, but I'm not sure. There was a screen that you could connect to and I connected my phone to it later that day, which is really, really fun actually. As you can see, you can't see anything out the window. Fun fact, did you know that the star rating on hotels is not the rating of how good the hotel is? It's actually to do with the amenities that a hotel has. As you can see, there's a little coffee area and tissues and a microwave and a fridge. And I did microwave something later that day as well. Maybe it was the morning, I can't remember. There was also a wardrobe, which is, you know, standard. So just to the left of the wardrobe there is the toilet, and let me tell you about the switchman. It felt like a few seconds until the light turned on, but it really felt like a long minute because I was wondering if it was maybe broken, but it came on eventually. And then we have the shower, standard shower. There are also some slightly ad hoc shampoos and conditioners, so I was there in the end for a few days. Obviously, I'm only filming the first 24 hours, but yeah, I got some very different shampoos afterwards. So I was also just super hungry and I hadn't eaten yet and I wanted to sort of chill in my room for a bit. So I just had the snack from the plane and I did a little bit of work before heading out, just getting through my emails. When I watch myself on the accelerated speed eating something, I always feel like a hamster. Okay, so my first stop is Target because I'm an actual idiot and I brought the wrong charger, so I can't charge my laptop. My phone's fine because it's just a USB port, but I'm gonna go get a charger. Also, my card was not working at the train station. Both my cards weren't working, so I feel like it was just the machine at the train station, but I want to check somewhere first before I go and get some food at a restaurant or anything. What is this? Ooh-wee. Maybe there's a sign. Okay, I absolutely love how big and wide these roads are. But maybe it's still kind of early in the morning, so... Wait, sorry, that doesn't affect the roads, it's just, it's nice and empty, as well as super wide. She just said that they've run out of the converters, so I guess I won't be using my laptop. Yeah, so I didn't manage to get my adapter, but I also got very distracted in the Target aisles. I wanted to buy some shampoo, but after seeing the prices, I was like, no thanks. The aesthetic in Target is just so fun. I think it's definitely my vibe, and if I lived in the US, I think these are the things I would regularly go shopping for and spend all my money on. Also, I just love how everything's laid out and how everything is so spread out, because I feel like, especially in Delhi, some of the shops, they really like cram everything in and they don't think about where things are placed. And it kind of makes it hard to find what you want. But obviously the Target was really well organized. And yes, I did want to buy a flag, but in the end I didn't. It was so tempting at $1. I'm at Millennium Park. So there's the Cloud Gate behind me, but I've just seen a funky screen, so I'm gonna go check that out. Also, I bought some salmon teriyaki, so I'm super excited. Oh, this is a great weekend. So my first stop was Cloud Gate. I think this is more commonly known as the Bean, and according to Google, it's a huge outdoor sculpture shaped like a bean and allows for views from its many mirrored sides. It was definitely cool, and it was just so shiny, and I wonder how they maintain it and if people clean it regularly, because I mean, you can absolutely see yourself and it's just completely smooth. The shape is definitely interesting as well, and I wonder how the process of making it worked and how someone was inspired to create this and then stick it in the middle of Chicago. Right next to it was the J. Pritzker Pavilion, and it's designed by an architect called Frank Gehry. On that day there was some blues playing, and I think it was an all-day event, but I had kind of turned up quite early. I think it must have only been around 11:30, but it was a really nice, not too hot day, and I was just eating my food and listening to the band that was playing. They were kind of warming up, but they were still playing songs.
Have to go. I'm gonna pack on my bag, down the road I go. Well, I gave
So after sitting down for a little while, I went and got a map from a man who was handing them out on the premise, and I planned to walk towards the river. On the way, I walked along the BP pedestrian bridge. This was a super windy bridge. It was definitely an artistic thing because the function of the bridge was definitely just for the aesthetic. It was not a very wide road to be crossing, but it was really funky. And online it says that the bridge is made of stainless steel panels. At the end of the bridge, I walked to the Monroe Harbour, and I'm guessing the ships kind of just dock here, and there was a yacht club as well, so I think there must be some recreational stuff that happens here. But it was gorgeous, oh my gosh. And do you see the ducks? They're kind of just chilling in the water, they're not swimming anywhere, they're just bobbing along. And what I thought was really cool was just generally how the river was so close to the business district, and it kind of felt like I was kind of imagining myself working in this area and like going to the river and just relaxing after a day at work. I just think it would be, so cool to have that kind of lifestyle. It kind of has that very corporate vibe, but then also has all the recreational leisure stuff. And there were so many boats, and there were lots of boats as well, which were clearly having boat parties in the day. So it definitely seems like a really fun place to live. And yes, this cruise ship that I walked past, it was literally 1 p.m. and people were lining up. I wasn't sure if it was one of those cruise ships that doesn't move, the ones which are docked. But I don't know, people were totally vibing. I then decided that I wanted to go to the Navy Pier. And the Navy Pier is an old Navy training centre, but now it kind of has lots of carnival rides and shops and restaurants, and it kind of seems like a place that people would hang out. So in order to get that, I actually couldn't cross straight over. I think they must have, I'm speculating that they must have built a bridge afterwards, because it didn't really seem like it was designed so that you could easily get there. But maybe they were just kind of working with how the land was shaped. I don't know. So along the way, I went through this bridge called End Lake Shore. You can see this more decorative bridge called the Deuce Stable Bridge, and I did go there later, but you could even see it from here, and that was kind of, I think, towards the center area. One thing that I thought was really odd was how clear and blue the water was, because I kind of thought, oh, it must be artificially colored. Maybe it is, but it really did look very, very clear and clean. So I don't know how that works. I have actually never seen any river that clean in my life. There were also quite a few other tourist people who were on the bridge taking selfies, just like me. I finally got to the Navy Pier, and I saw the sign saying Tuk Tuk Chicago, which was just kind of funny. You can see the Centennial Wheel behind me, which is what I'm going to go on later, and supposedly it offers a kind of 360-degree view of the landscape and the river. Honestly, the views were actually just phenomenal. So I actually didn't opt for some of the boat tours, which they do along the river, because I partly felt like I had already walked across or had planned to go to many of the places which they were going to show us on the boat. But I actually really love walking as well, and I kind of really wanted to take in what it feels like to live there rather than just sit on a cruise. But I have heard they are amazing, and my friends did recommend me do them, but I didn't. But I still really enjoyed everything that I saw on foot. I have a pod all to myself because I think most people come with their families and I'm not with anyone, so it's just me. Absolute VIP treatment, oh my gosh. nearly the top. There's one that's just slightly higher. It's pretty nice here, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna go to the, I think it's called the public beach. It's some kind of beach, and I do have a bikini packed, just in case. I'm getting super warm. So it's nearly 4 p.m. and I'm so exhausted, and I feel like it's dinner time because I ate at like 10:30, maybe 11. But I'm just so tired. I feel like I've not walked this much in a while. I'm gonna go see the Willis Towers building. So apparently that's the highest, I have to check, highest concrete building in North America. It's like all these extra conditions on why it's the highest, but let's go and see. Yeah, so that's it. I just walked all this way just to see this big building. I feel like there's nothing that exciting except that it's really tall. It's 2 a.m. and I just had a shower because my hair felt so greasy. Also, I went to bed at like 6 and I was gonna take a nap, but I woke up at like 1 p.m. which is fine because I'll just go back to bed because I can just sleep more. That's a good thing about going from east to west because you're chasing the dark, so you can always sleep more to catch up with the time, but the other way around is way harder, right? Where you have to sleep way earlier. I don't know if that made sense. I feel like these shorts are very short. I only bought one trousers and they're kind of stained a little bit, but it's fine. Also, I cut these trousers. Like they were a pair of leggings before. I feel like I look so sporty. As if